Hi, this is Grayson Sontag with the York County Regional Chamber of Commerce, bringing you Taking Care of Business with Advocacy, where we tell you how what happens in Columbia and Washington impacts your business. This was quite a busy week at the State House as they prepared to adjourn Sine Die. A number of bills we have discussed were ratified, and I apologize for providing lots of information quickly. Links to the bills will be provided in the email if you would like to take a closer look. Okay. The first is House Bill 3340, which provides licensed tax credits for contributions to qualifying infrastructure and development projects. Next is House Bill 3144, which establishes the South Carolina Workforce Industry Needs Scholarship, or SC-WINS, for students at a public South Carolina technical college and provides eligibility requirements. House Bill 3247, or the Workforce Enhancement and Military Recognition Act, was also ratified and allows retired military personnel to deduct all of their military retirement income from taxable income. The Opioid Recovery Act, or House Bill 5182, was ratified and would establish the South Carolina Opioid Recovery Fund and Board to combat the opioid epidemic within our state. House Bill 4408, which authorizes the use of funds from the American Rescue Plan Act of 2021, was ratified and provides $450 million to the Department of Transportation to be spent to accelerate transportation infrastructure projects within the state, $900 million to the Rural Infrastructure Authority, the vast majority of which will be spent to provide for a competitive infrastructure grant program for improvements in water, wastewater, and stormwater infrastructure, $400 million to the Office of Regulatory Staff to expand broadband infrastructure throughout the state, $100 million to the Department of Health and Environment Control, $100 million to the Office of Resilience, and $8 million to the Department of Administration. The funds must be spent by the end of 2026. Finally, House Bill 5151 was ratified, and as a reminder, this bill allows this year's Capital Reserve Fund to be expended in succeeding fiscal years for the same purposes. This bill, among other things, provides $9 million for Winthrop University's science complex renovation. These bills now must be signed into law by the governor, and the Sine Die Resolution, to be discussed more next, allows the State House to address bills that are vetoed by McMaster. Both houses adjourned on May 12th at 5 p.m. in accordance with Senate Bill 1325, the Sine Die Resolution, and are scheduled to meet from June 15th to June 17th if necessary. At the top of the list of actions they're able to consider is the General Appropriations legislation, also known as the budget, House Bill 5150, that the chambers were unable to agree on. Each house appointed members to a conference committee to attempt to reconcile their differences. They are also able to consider gubernatorial vetoes that may occur after this week's flurry of activity, consider legislation to address shortfalls in revenue, consider appointments to state offices, and conduct elections for offices or vacancies filled by election in the General Assembly. In addition, between Friday, July 1st and November 13th, each house is subject to the call of the President of the Senate and the Speaker of the House to meet to consider the issues just mentioned. With these stipulations in mind, 3 bills have the opportunity to be addressed again that were not ratified this week and were instead sent to conference committees after both chambers were unable to agree on their amendments. In addition to the budget, the legislature can consider Senate Bill 1087 or the Comprehensive Tax Cut Act of 2022. You'll recall this bill includes a tax cut and a $1 billion tax rebate, and disagreement over it is a primary sticking point in the budget. The final eligible bill is Senate Bill 901, which provides an income tax cut for individuals or businesses that place solar energy property into service in the state. All other bills that do not fall underneath the purview of the Sine Die Resolution are dead with the ending of this year's regular annual session that officially concludes a 2-year session. These bills must be reintroduced to be considered in next year's session and begin the process over again. And with Sine Die, this is the last Taking Care of Business with Advocacy update for this session. It has been a pleasure to keep you all updated on the need-to-know updates coming out of the State House during this year's session. Watch your inbox for more updates on the policy issues that impact your business from the York County Regional Chamber of Commerce.